Hello guys, welcome back. I want to talk about this trans thingy, this transgender thing. It's really a Trojan horse for transhumanism, right? All right, they try to normalize this thing that is okay for men, especially men, right? Once a society is only functioning when the men is functional, right? So they try to normalize this, saying that it's okay for you to transition yourself to a female, right? You can't do that. Human cannot transubstantiate into another being. Only God can do that. They try to push this into the mainstream media, push this narrative, saying is it okay thing, try to normalize it, right? Because at the end goal is, what is the end goal? The end goal is transhumanism. Transhumanism is transitioning your body into a computer, into a robot, into a machine. That's what it is, right? Before doing that, they try normalizing the transition first. Try normalizing transitioning yourself from a man to a female, right? Once they normalize that, then they can introduce this thing. Oh, if you could transition yourself from man to a female, you could most certainly transition yourself from a human to a robot, right? And because right now people don't want to do that. They try to make it enticing right now to transition yourself from machine to robot. When you don't own your body, you're enslaved. They try to enslave your mind, so subconscious, right? You do not want to do that. That means you're there indefinitely, forever, owned by the machine, right? There's a reason why we have an expiration date, because it's not an ideal thing to live forever. You meet other old peoples, right? They expect it to pass away because when they ages, they see their friend is passing away, right? I seen a lot of old people. They just want to get the misery done because as they ages, the last older people, right, of all their circle of friends, the last to die, they begin to see all their friends passing away, and it's not fulfilling to live anymore, right? There's an expiration date. There needs to be an expiration date because it's hell to be living forever. You don't want to see all your friends pass away, and you're the only one left seeing all the bad stuff. That's why older people, they're so in line, they're so in check of reality, they're so down to earth, they're so angry. They see how time have destroyed humanity. You don't want to see all that. I do not want to see all of that at all. Right? When I get older, I know I'm gonna be bitter because I'm gonna see the things are changing and it's not what I'm used to. Right? If things changes, if things not what you used to, would you be great? Would you be happy about it or no? I would be bitter about it because it's not the way I'm used to it. This is why it's not a good idea to be aging up to 200 years old and all this stuff. Right? Humans have to have an expiration date. Right? So because they're introducing this thing called transhumanism, they don't want to die. Transhumanism is a way to live forever. And these elite, they know what they're doing. They want to live forever. Right? Not only that, they want to enslave you. By normalizing this transgenderism, it's just a Trojan horse for transhumanism. And that's what people don't understand. If they could introduce you this and that, you can do that and that, what else can they convince you to do? What, eat human beings? Right? Right now they're trying to convince you to bugs is good for your diet. And people don't know that bugs contain a certain kind of protein that harm you. We're not supposed to eat bugs. And they try to force that onto the public. Right? And don't you see the pattern right now? People are so blind right now. They're not seeing the pattern of what they're trying to do. There's an agenda being driven here. Right? Of transhumanism. Why do you think they try to give you put a chip in your brain, put a chip in your arm, give you the mark of the beast, right? Because these are the footsteps to being transhuman, right? The Borg. You ever watch Star Trek? You ever see the Borg? These androids. Do you see them as happy? No, they're miserable, right? So this is what they're doing. They try to introduce these things slowly, and not only that. And it's mainly men, they try to introduce them to men with psychological problems. Right? I'm not saying there's no trans women or trans women that transition to a men. There are, of course, but it's not at the same amount as men. For some reason, there's so much men that try to identify themselves. These are beta, right? These are the guys that play the computer games, don't understand that they're doing is harmful, that they're being led astray, they're being led to their downfall, to their destructions. Next thing you know, they want to identify as female because they're alienated from this thing they try to push as toxic masculinity. They try to say regular men, normal men is toxic. And what does that do? It alienate the weaker men. Because the weaker men don't want to identify as toxic, so what do they do? Oh, I'm a female. Right? They transition themselves. Why do you think all these trans women are so weak? They're so scrawny. Right? Because these are the weak males. The weak male that's been alienated because of the influences the media have on society. And they don't get it. They can't grasp that concept. They can't grasp reality. Because of all the things that have been influences, all the things that have been shoved in their brains, right? All these androgynistic point of views, right? All these styles. That's what they're doing. They're trying to normalize it. You have to understand, you have to realize this. If you can't realize this, I don't know what to do for you. I'm trying to warn people right now. Right? It's just a Trojan horse. These transsexual thingy that they're pushing is a Trojan horse to lead to your destruction in life. Right? For you to change yourself is a permanent solution for temporary problems. At a certain point, you're gonna realize that you're not this and a third. You're not a woman. And then you had the surgery. How can you convert back? You can't. That's permanent. When you cut something off, you can't bring it back. And they don't understand this. It's a chemical imbalance in their brain that they don't understand. That they need help. They need psychology. They need therapy. That this is not good. And then when you say this, oh, you're being shunned by society. Oh, you being that. You being this. No, we're trying to help you. It's not about hate. Because you do something very destructive. God did not make you this way. You choose to be this way. And people try to warn you that this is not constructive. It's destructive to your mind. Destructive to your body. Cutting yourself up. I will not cut myself up. Alright? When you cut yourself, nothing goes back to 100%. It's like when you break your leg, right? Your leg, when you break your leg, is not 100% the way it was. Because it's damaged. When you cut yourself and remove something, you're damaging yourself. And people are not seeing this. And when people try to tell them the light, tell them the truth, they get censored, they get blocked, they get deemed hateful. And this is what they need to be exposed to, the truth. The truth will set you free. And they don't want to hear the truth when you try to be logical with them. When you give them facts, right? When you give them facts, they try to avoid it. They try to make up their own reality. This is why I keep saying that people need to stop living in fiction. Stop living in a fantasy. This is the real world. This is what's being presented right now. You need to understand this. You need to know how to distinguish right and wrong. You need to know how to distinguish how you are being brainwashed. And people don't understand that. We have guys out here identifying themselves just that. A single person caught using them and they, call themselves plural, using a plural to describe them. What does that mean? That when you use a plural to describe yourself, that means you have split personality. You have multiple personality. Oh, don't call me he, call me, I'm them and they. Oh, so you have multiple personality? You have multiple mindset? You see how crazy that sounds? They're not grounded to reality. They're not grounded to the real world. Alright? Please wake up. This trans thing is just a Trojan horse to destroy mankind. It's a Trojan horse to destroy humanity. It's a Trojan horse to depopulation because there's no benefit being this. Right? There's no benefit. There's no reproductive value. Right? They cannot populate. So what they do, they brainwash the kids. And they do not have any rights to brainwash other people's kids. They don't care for you. But that's the agenda. This trans thing is just a Trojan horse for transhumanism. Let me know you agree. Leave a comment below, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll come back with you with another video.